Yeah, my history with team-based work systems goes back probably 12 or 13 years to, I think, 2001. At that time, I worked for Jeff Hamilton. He was Vice President of Engineering in the Tech Center in Columbus, Indiana. And we went out to Harrison Lake Country Club just outside of Columbus, and I remember wondering why I was going there. And when I got there, I met Laura Northcutt and Darryl Ray and some other folks, and they started telling us about new ways to get organized in teams, and it was all new and all pretty exciting, really. So my history goes back quite a long way, and I've really been associated with it ever since. In 2005, we did somewhat of a redesign of team-based work systems, and we simplified it a little bit. We emphasized the need for objectives at that point, and we made some pretty good improvements, I think, tailoring it more towards the needs of Cummins. And later on in 2010, I actually, if you like, became the champion or the leader for team-based work systems. And the current organization with Chris Sowers and Chanel Clayton and Carla Rissa, they're in that organization, and we actually all work together on team-based work systems to make sure it's relevant, to gather the metrics that we need, but also to run surveys and get feedback data from all the technical community to make sure that what we're doing is really benefiting things like technical productivity, the quality of our products, and the way we're able to work together, and finally the way we're able to create the right work environment. You know, I think team-based work systems was really significant in driving change in the way the technical organization did its work. Prior to the introduction of team-based work systems in the early half of the 2000s, if you like, there was a lot of variation in the way we did our work. Managers, they had their own styles. They acted as supervisor more so than as a coach. And I think that's a difference maybe I'll talk about in a minute. And that variation is really not something we really wanted. So we had great managers, great supervisors, but then we had some that didn't have the tool set. They maybe were less effective. Maybe there was less focus on coaching and developing our people. And as a result, there was room for improvement. And I think what team-based work systems has done is to bring us all up to the level of the best. So now we've got the best tool set. The tools are all available to all of the coaches. Team members get training. We talk about cross-training. We talk about objectives and goals for teams. We talk about business meetings. So, quite frankly, I think it's just a huge enabler for getting technical work done in what effectively are fairly large technical organizations where we're talking about hundreds, if not thousands, of engineers all trying to collaborate and get work done. So we really need team-based work systems, and I'm happy to say I think it's making a big difference. Well, I think what I like most about team-based work systems is, for somebody becoming a manager for the first time, your boss calls you into his office or her office and says, "Hey, Steve, you've been a good team member for 5 years, 3 years, 7 years, whatever, but now we'd like you to lead a team." And at that moment, for some of us, it's like, wow, that's good, but I don't know that I'm really equipped to do that. I wasn't born with the knowledge of how to manage a team. Yeah, I may have had some leadership capabilities, or whoever may have some natural leadership tendencies, and that's a good thing. But I think we need a tool set. We need a way to think about team-based work systems and how to manage a team and how to be effective. So the tools that I think about when I think of team-based work systems, the tools that helped me become a better coach were, having goals and objectives. building trust within the team, understanding each other's communication style, being inclusive, recognizing that we're all different and that diversity is a strength and it's something we need to recognize and embrace. Having business meetings, you might think that's kind of obvious. Well, of course we're going to have a team meeting. Well, yeah, but what's the content of that meeting and how often does it occur? And who's going to facilitate the meeting? Because the coach doesn't always need to do that. That could conceivably be rotated around the team. Who's going to put the agenda together? Who's going to follow the action items? So being better organized with goals and objectives, business meetings, and then there's some other tools such as skip level meetings, huddles. The team I'm on with Rich Freeland, Rich is the president of the engine business. Believe it or not, we operate more or less as a high-performing team in a team-based work system approach. We have huddles. We meet in Rich's conference room. People call in. We stand around and we talk about the business of the day. What's going on? We just go around the team and say, do you need help? How can we help? And so the team gets involved in all of the issues, and we don't just go off separately and solve our problems individually in separate silos. So things like huddles bring the team together. Skip levels, I mentioned. Skip level is a chance for a manager or a coach to go meet with other teams and to hear about the challenges that other teams have got and the opportunities for improvement. And it just improves communication from top to bottom of the organization. Open meeting. My team, every time we meet, we invite other people to come to the meeting, people from other parts of the organization. We're trying to demystify what we do. We don't want people to have the impression that we lock the doors and then we have secret meetings and there are things we don't want people to know. That's absolutely not the way we operate. So we have open meetings. 1 or 2 folks will come in from other parts of the organization. I always tell them they're a regular member of the team for that day. We want their input. We want them to contribute fully. Very powerful stuff. And I also like the training that's provided and the feedback through surveys. So there's a lot to like about team-based work systems, and I think after a 12-year journey, we've really got something pretty powerful. My vision for team-based work systems, I think, is that it becomes pervasive, it becomes the way we work, not only in southern Indiana and in the United Kingdom where it's taken hold at Daventry and Darlington, but that it becomes the way we work in India, in China, in South America as well. I think the track record is there. I think it's a proven tool set. We're able to train it, we're able to deliver it anywhere in the world. And so, we're a global organization. We're trying to move from multinational to global. If we're going to do that, we've got to have common approaches, not only in the tools and processes, but in the way we work. So that if somebody moves from the US to India or from India to the UK or wherever it happens to be, they feel like, this is familiar. I like the way we work here. I'm going to have a coach. I'm going to be a team member. We'll have business meetings. We're going to follow team-based work systems. Not because it's a nice thing to do, but because it actually improves technical productivity. So really that's my vision, is that we eventually have team-based work systems available globally across the EBU and maybe across other business units as well.